have you ever wondered what it actually takes to build an AI model from the ground up? It can seem like some kind of digital magic, but it's really a step-by-step process. In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the entire journey of creating a deep learning model, from just a simple idea all the way to a real working application.
So that's the big question, right? We're going to break this whole thing down to show you that it's not about waving a magic wand. It's a logical, repeatable journey with really clear stages. It's kind of like a recipe, and it's a recipe that anyone can understand.
Okay, so first things first, we need to get a handle on the key concept that frames this entire discussion, the end-to-end process. What does that actually mean in the world of AI?
Think of it like this. It's the whole story. It's not just one little piece of the puzzle, it's the whole shebang. From that first spark of an idea, to gathering all your ingredients, to finally serving up a finished, working application that can make decisions all on its own. It's the complete A to Z roadmap.
Every great journey has a starting point. And in deep learning, that starting point is in code or some complex math equation. Nope, it's a clear question and the right ingredients. So let's dive into this crucial first phase, defining the problem and getting your data ready.
Before you write a single line of code, you have to know exactly what you're trying to do. You need a specific, super well-defined problem. You can't just say, let's make a cool AI. That's not going to fly. It needs to be precise. Like, I want to build a model that can look at a photo and tell me if it's a cat or a dog. That clear goal is your compass for the entire project. All right, once you have your problem, you need fuel. And in AI, that fuel is data. So first, you gather it. We're talking thousands of images of cats and dogs. Then, you've got to clean it all up and prepare it, making sure it's high quality and consistent. Because let's face it, you can't learn from messy information. And finally, and this is absolutely crucial, you split it into two piles, one for teaching the model and another for testing it later to see if it really learned or if it just memorized the answers. Okay, so our problem is defined, our data is ready to go. Now it's time to build the thing that will actually do the learning. This next stage is all about designing the structure of our model. You can really think of it as creating the blueprint for the AI's brain.
At the heart of most modern AI is something called a neural network, and it's a system that's literally inspired by the interconnected neurons in our own brains. Its entire purpose is to look at massive amounts of data, like all those cat and dog photos, and learn to recognize the hidden patterns within it.
So what does one of these brains actually look like? Well, a basic network has three key parts. The input layer is kind of like the eyes. It's where our images first enter the system. Then you have the hidden layers, and this is where all the heavy lifting happens. The network breaks down the image to find patterns like pointy ears or whiskers or different snout shapes. And finally, the output layer makes the call, giving a final decision, cat or dog.
We've got our problem, we've got our data, and we've got our model's blueprint. So now, it's time for school. This next phase is all about training, the process where our model actually learns from all that data we so carefully prepared.
The learning process is surprisingly simple at its core. The model looks at an image and makes a guess. I think that's a cat. We then show it the right answer. Nope, that was actually a dog. The model sees that it made an error and makes a tiny adjustment to its internal wiring to try and do better next time. And that's pretty much it. It's just a loop of guessing, checking, and adjusting.
And this isn't a one-time thing. This learning loop happens thousands or even millions of times. With every single cycle of predicting, checking, and adjusting, the model gets a little bit better, a little more accurate. It's really just digital practice making perfect. So, after all that training, our model is looking pretty smart. But now it's time for the final exam. We need to see if its learning actually translates from the classroom into the real world. This is where we go from training to evaluation and, eventually, deployment. So you finish training and you look at the results and wow, a 98% accuracy score? The model was right 98% of the time on the data we taught it with. That feels like a huge success, right? Time to celebrate? Well, not so fast.
This is the million-dollar question. I mean, it's great that it aced all the practice questions, but how is it going to perform on the real test, on data it has never, ever encountered? Answering this is the only way to know if your AI has truly learned the concept of a cat versus a dog, or if it just got really good at memorizing the training photos.
And that is exactly why we were so clever and saved that second pile of data earlier. We unleash our trained model on this testing set, data it has never seen before, to get a true, unbiased report card. This tells us how our model will actually perform when it's out there in the wild.
So, we've journeyed from a simple question all the way to a tested, working model. We've seen the entire end-to-end process. Now let's bring it all together and think about what this means for you.
So here it is, the complete recipe. You start with a clear, focused problem. Then you find and prepare the right data. You design a model, a brain to learn from it. You put that model through school by training it. And finally, you give it that final exam and send it out into the world. Every single deep learning project, big or small, follows these fundamental steps.
So now that you understand the blueprint, you know the recipe for building an AI from scratch. The only thing left to ask is, what kind of problem would you want to solve? What would you build? The possibilities, as you can probably see now, are pretty much endless.